Hello, everyone. Welcome to the season opener, the inaugural race ever for the NASCAR Eco Energy Series. We're live from the Daytona International Speedway at the road course layout for our season opener. We're doing things a little differently, but hey, this is a pretty good track. I think I've cooked with the INI here. I forgot to unpause the race. Just ignore that. We're here for the WeatherTech Grand Prix of Florida from the Daytona International Speedway road course. I'm joined by Russia Mahendra. Hi, Russia.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm excited to join you for the inaugural race here.
This will be probably one of the races of all time, if I had to guess. I've done a lot of testing for this INI, and it will probably horrendously break, if I had to guess, but, you know, that's just NR for you.
I love NR.
This track is... I don't know. What do you think about this track? I think you've driven here. I think everyone has driven here at some point. It's
Yeah,
one of the
I've driven through the road course a couple of times. I mean, I'd rather like going through it, especially the Le Mans chicane at the back. That's one of the most fun parts of the course, I think. And then on the opposite end of that, you have the NASCAR chicane, which I don't think anybody likes.
That's true. I don't even think the drivers like that chicane. But I mean, I
But
get why
to be
it's
fair,
there.
if you don't have that, you have these cars barreling into turn one, and you probably have a 25 car pileup.
Ouch. But yeah, so this race is a Daytona road course. We'll probably be coming back here a bunch because I think the INI I've made for this track is pretty good and pretty much encapsulates what I like about road course racing. This series has a pretty crazy schedule. I may have based it off an old IndyCar schedule, so, you know, IndyCars and stock cars definitely mix very well. I'm going to go through a couple quick points here. First off, I got to line up the caution rules, because the caution rules I do a little differently from some other leagues. So, first off, we're doing realistic damage for this. Basically very similar to how we did it in 2301. Realistic damage, cautions are turned off, but if there's a track blocker accident or somebody just stopped on the racing surface, i.e. in between the white lines, so if they're not on the apron, if they're on the proper racing surface, that would bring out a caution, which would be called manually by typing !yellow in this chat that I have here. Ignore the cars that had mech fails. That was in the third qualifying session I ran for this, because somehow the qualifying here is broken. And the other thing is, well, Russia, what would you say is your favorite passing zone on this track? There's a lot of them.
There's quite a few of them. I've got to say, probably out of the NASCAR chicanes, if you find your way to the inside of turn one here, I think you should set yourself up for a really good run through the infield road course section.
Not only that, but on the exit of turn one, you get through the little S bend, and
Yeah, you go
if
through
you
S-bend
can,
into the first horseshoe as well.
the
That's a good
horseshoe,
place.
that's another good place to make a move. You can honestly keep a battle through the entire road course section. I've seen guys take it through the kink, through the west horseshoe.
Yeah, I think the
Sometimes
only place
even
where
sometimes even out of turn 7 around NASCAR 1 and 2 into the bus stop. Sorry, Le Mans chicane.
Yeah, I think that's like the only place where it's really sketchy to go side by side. We've seen cars try to do that. It doesn't usually end well.
Who the hell is friend requesting me? ARA. Mutual servers. Okay. Yeah, I'm ignoring you.
We should also mention that this race is 29 laps, and
There
I'm
will
not
be a
entirely sure what strategies we're cooking up here.
there
this
will
time.
be a there will be a fuel cycle. They definitely pit. The fuel window here is about 22, 23 laps at the max from what I've seen. Anyways,
Be able to push a one-stopper pretty easily here.
they'll be able to. Yeah, they'll probably one stop it unless somebody gets damaged and explodes and dies, or something like that. So let's get ourselves set up for the race. I didn't mean to press that button.
Drivers, to your car.
The drivers have been commanded. The drivers are very submissive. They've been commanded to start their engines. What? Anyways, here's your starting grid. Lining up in row 1 would be the 92 of Michi Kowalska and the 70 of Jackson Schwiss. In row 2 is the 7 Jean Lacroix for the Paris Saint-Germain Racing Division team and the 32 of Colton Wilson. Row 3, the 63 of Caden Williams lines up alongside the 14 of Casey Keaton. Row 4, the 29 of Adam Townsend is alongside the 99 of Mauricia Webelst. Row 5, the 24 of Anton Alvarez and the 98 of Christian Ross. Row 6 is the 53 of Rocky DeLuca and the 18 of Ryan Silva. Row 7, the 19 of Kia Tajima lines up alongside the 59 of Nathan Buchanan. Row 8, Alex Diodon alongside the 8 of Kleb Razavi. Row 9, Amani Wandayo in the 9 car and the 42 of Jason Kay. In row 10, it's the 4 of JT Boyd and the 75 of Matthias Albright. Row 11, the 71 Kansas City and the 67 of Indiana. Row 12, the 96 of Mikoto Iwai and the 10 of Joshua Lyons. Row 13 is the 97 of Aletha and the 81 of Latanya Gray. They get really screwy with how they bunch up. It's strange. Row 14, the 94 Casey Johnston and the 40 of Derek McNamara. Row 15 is the 39 of Irenia Tosima and the 69 of Dick Ball. Row 16, the 17 Misty Winter. Sorry, that would be row 17. 17 of Misty Winter and the 58 of Asher Mare. Row 18, the 55 Naomi Davenport and the 21 Jaquan LeBreakfast. Sorry, the row 18 is actually the 11 of Kyle Bell. I missed somebody, but I'm too lazy to figure out who it is. Row 19 is Zoe Moore and the 36 and the 22 of DeQuavius Bingleton. And row 20 is the 51 of Takamoto Aya and the 95 of Bart Seiler. Track position is going to be important as it's a road course, but this track is not as impossible to pass at like a lot of others. I don't know, who do you like for this one?
It's a very wide street circuit. Not a street circuit, a road course.
Yep.
As opposed to a narrow street circuit, is what I meant to say. I think someone at the front of the field will probably be able to command the race for most of it. So this is why I'm going for the number 18 of Ryan Silva.
That's so real. He starts in a position. I don't remember what that is. I think that's like 14.
10. 12th. There you go. Outside row 6.
Yeah, fair enough. Alrighty. 29 laps. The first of 35 races on the season. And we begin it from the road course at Daytona.
Just a pace car.
Out of the final chicane. Kowalska and Schwiss lead them to the green. Here we go from Daytona.
Schwiss was quite alongside the 92.
Already a move 3 wide. Already a move for the lead goes Caden Williams. The 92 goes wide.
7.
Oh, the 7 got into Williams.
The 63. I think, the 7 got into the bumper.
But Williams held him off. And is probably going to maintain the lead here. The 3 wide through the first
Alvarez
quarter.
with a good start.
Alvarez went crazy, went from 9th all the way up to battling for 2nd.
70 is dropping back, almost out of the top 10 off the bat here.
That's crazy. Crazy start from Daytona Road Course. We got a battle for 2nd between Lacroix and Townsend. Kowalska started on the pole, dropped all the way back to 5th spot at the start. Townsend will take that position away from Lacroix, and now here comes Alvarez.
Another quick starter is number 19 of Akiya Tajima.
Yeah, Tajima's moved up through the field. It's going to be a little difficult to guess where people are running because the scoreboard only updates every lap, and this is a really long track. The laps here are about 1:50, so
Yeah, we'll figure things out after the end of this lap. And we go from there, I think.
Vevelst is gonna try and hang on to that position on Swiss, but can't.
Rebels by himself on the outside.
By herself.
Oh yeah, herself.
Yeah, she's not holding that spot. Swiss is trying to fight back on
Trying to
Tajima.
close the door. Side by side into the NASCAR chicane.
And this is where you're gonna see probably the biggest runs come out of here. Is this chicane on exit? You'll see guys go to the You'll see guys go to the outside and try and shoot a run up to the top. But Caden Williams will lead the first lap from the Daytona Road Course. We got a fight here for 6th spot between Casey Keaton and Rocky DeLuca. DeLuca's gonna take that away. They're 3 wide through on the exit of the S's there. Fastest lap that first time was Williams, but also I don't think fastest lap's gonna matter until we complete this second lap because
yeah, timing starts from the start of the race. That would make sense.
Yeah. Whoa, we got a couple cars off the track. Diadon, Razavi.
98 going rallying out there. There's another car. I think that's another Dodge.
I think that was the 94 of Casey Johnston.
Alvarez making a move for third.
I think Alvarez wasn't third, but Lacroix's trying to fight back up the outside. Can't get the run, though. That's the thing, is that momentum's going to be really key, especially on these long straightaways. You can get a good draft down the straights into these long braking zones.
Yeah, you want to maintain the speed going through the entire NASCAR section through the chicane here.
Through the Le Mans chicane and down the front stretch chicane. Adam Townsend's still fairly close, fairly hanging on to Caden Williams at the moment. Alvarez has slipped a little bit off of him. Lacroix is 4th, and we have a fight for 5th between DeLuca and Kowalska. The Indonesian who started on the pole. Trying to hang on to 5th, and there's a round! The 53 is around!
Luca took too much curb, and there's a traffic jam now.
Yeah, a bunch of these guys can't get around. They're going to be able to get... They are finally going to be able to get stacked back up.
Everywhere, 55, and another car is on the nearly on the grass.
Bunch of cars are on the apron here.
I think that's broken up the top 4 from pretty much everyone else, as this gaggle of cars is now trying to settle things out.
Yeah, the 53 and the 92 spinning, they're stacked up the field. And now we have a bunch of guys going 2 and 3 wide. The 97 of Olathes here with Nathan Buchanan and Mikoto Iwai. Eventually that'll get all spread back out. Hey, here's some interesting spots. Hey, there's your 2 cars running right next to each other's. Davenport and Albright.
Albright, ooh, real wide by the
40.
Which one is that?
McNamara,
40,
yeah. He's got that split scheme, so it looks silly. 53 has some pretty decent rear end damage, but looks to be fine.
Pace-wise, I think they should be okay.
Should be okay, yeah. So the top 10, Williams still leading. Then it's Townsend, Alvarez, Lacroix, Tajima, Keaton, Wilson, Boyd, Schwiss, and Diodon. The top 5, basically everything behind 4th got really jumbled up after the incident there with Kowalska and DeLuca.
Yeah, but up front, Caden Williams has kept it steady, kept about just under a second gap in front of the 29 of Kyle Bell. Oh wait, no,
that's Adam Townsend, yeah.
It's Townsend, yeah.
Bell's in the 11.
11, yeah.
So here's what I mean is when they can get a run, they'll sometimes take it to the outside, or sometimes they'll do like what the 9 is doing here and try and dive it to the inside in turn 1.
Yeah.
We might also
50,
see
50 because you have this left-right section afterwards.
Yeah.
But Razavi almost hits the wall. There's a bit of front-end damage on that 8 car.
Yeah, there is. I think Razavi ran into somebody.
Probably one of the 2 cars that spun off of the NASCAR chicane there.
4-car breakaway at the front of the field. Kia
It's
Tajima, Casey
Tajima
Keaton.
4 seconds back
Yeah.
of those four.
With how the cautions end up going, which usually is probably going to be not a lot of them, if we see any at all. This is such a large track. There's Jason K sitting in literally last right now, in stark contrast to his teammate. But this is such a large track that these guys have plenty of time to get back going. So you're not going to see very many cautions, if we see any at all, unless someone really has a really bad mech failure. Or if someone hits the wall so hard that their engine dies. But, I haven't seen very much of that.
Bit of side-by-side action here. It's Kansas City in the 71, battling the 94.
Of Casey Johnston. Jackson Schwiss started on the outside pole. Still sitting in 9th at the moment. We might see a fight for 10th between Diodon and Iwai. Iwai, who never turned a lap in the 1 hour practice session. Moved up, battling for a top 10 spot after qualifying 23rd. And yeah, that's the thing, is if you're stuck on that outside like that, they have to check up, and it just kills the momentum. The interesting thing here is, out of the horseshoe here, if you can maintain, like the 9 is doing, into the kink here, that gives you pretty good momentum into the west horseshoe.
Yeah, it's all about the corner exit out of the first horseshoe, and kind of being able to hold the grip, just like what the 9 is doing right now on the 12.
Yeah.
Should be able to pass into the oval section again.
Amani Wandayo and Alex Diodon, the Peruvian battling the Canadian.
I believe this is for 10th place.
This is for 11th. The 96 just took 10th.
Oh, the 96
yeah.
passed. Yeah, the 96 passed the 12 as well.
29.
Close the gap.
29's still pretty close to the 63, but he's going to need to cook up just a little bit more momentum, especially in the chicanes.
Dial to the inside. Can't clear yet.
They're still side by side through the bus stop. There's Rosavi fighting
go.
with Buchanan. Finally, Wandio's going to get clear. Diodon, I think, is going to drop down right in front of Club Rosavi. They let Rosavi have the inside, but I don't know how well that'll work for the 8. Remember we saw the 92 and the 53?
Oh, there it goes again!
Oh my goodness.
More.
And the 12 actually held position from that.
And there goes the 12.
Oh, the 10 has just
the 10 has
spun
out as well.
10 is spun completely separately. 51 of Aya.
The 51.
Where is the 10? Yup.
The 10's not coming into the pits.
Oh, the 29 made a pass
And
for the lead while we were looking away. So Adam Townsend to the front of the field, and we got Anton Alvarez trying to take second from Williams.
Side by side, second and third into the West Horseshoe.
Fox camera work. Don't worry. When I upload this, it'll be side by side.
Now we'll see none of this. It'll be all in the crowd.
True. We gotta look at the kids in the crowd.
It's on Alvarez trying to clear the 63 of Caden Williams.
Joshua Lyons spun out there by himself. I'm not really sure what happened. I'll have to check that out later. But Alvarez will get second now, as long as he can.
In fact, he has a little bit more speed into the chicane, but we'll see what Caden Williams can do entering here. Oh, he really sent it.
You can drive it pretty deep through into the exit of the chicane, or into the entry, but
yeah,
it doesn't tend to stick.
Just
yeah,
like that.
Doesn't tend to stick. So Alvarez gets to second.
Now Williams has to fend off Lacroix for third
If this
place
was
now.
Fox camera work, the only car ever getting focused would be the 97. Hang on. I can do that. I can do that real quick. Where is she? There she is. There's Aletha. 15th right now for the 97 of Olathe, although I don't know if that's updated. Again,
Yeah,
these position changes are going to be very hard to track.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty slow.
Okay, yeah, she's 6.
She lost one
Oh, no,
spot.
she is 15.
Oh, no, she did. No, she stayed.
I think someone passed her, but she passed someone else.
Someone else, yeah.
We got another fight for the lead. Here comes Alvarez.
Up the pace by the 24.
Yeah, but the 29 is going to have the line through the kink here.
24 hold on into the horseshoe, but he's going to have to clear Townsend because Townsend's going to have the inside line for the next corner. Still side by side.
Really good fight for the lead here. Townsend, I think, is going to hold him off. We'll see though. They'll be side by side coming out onto the oval.
Bit of a wiggle for Alvarez, but that'll be neck and neck through the NASCAR 1 and 2.
Yeah, and that might drag Caden Williams right back up to these guys because these guys being side by side is going to give the 63 a bit of a draft.
Yep, here he comes. He's closing in. Still gonna be
Townsend
super tight.
Will probably have the advantage here. Ooh, I don't know.
Ooh, no, Alvarez tried.
Alvarez really drove it deep,
I thought
but he could not get it, and Townsend will hold him off.
Alvarez gonna defend from Williams again now.
Look a little bit further back in the field. And now Williams is going to try to come to his outside. Well, these guys wreck going for...
Just gotta make sure you stay clear of the curb.
Oh, Williams didn't.
63 got a bit loose.
But Alvarez managed to hang on to it, and he's going to get a run on Townsend.
Townsend, yeah.
Is he going to go outside or inside? Outside is the move for Alvarez. I don't know if that's a good move. Casey Keaton's trying to do the same thing on Tajima.
Yeah, and that gap between... There used to be a 4-second gap between the top four.
Whoa, Lacroix went real
wide.
wide.
Disappeared entirely.
And these guys have closed way up now. Alvarez still pushing on Townsend right here. Fastest lap right now belongs to the 4 car. That's JT Boyd. He's up in the 8th spot right here, right behind these guys.
Single file this time out of the West Horseshoe and into the oval section.
Yeah, this is the calmest that it's looked for a while.
Yeah, most of the field isn't really going. Yeah, most of the field is pretty much single filed out.
Oh, the 40 has some major damage.
Except for the 40.
Something's up
smoke
with
coming. I
don't think.
He might have to come to a stop. We'll see.
I think he'll make it back. I'm gonna guess he probably ran into somebody.
Most likely.
I'm not sure what happened there. We'll have to look at that later. Alvarez and Williams still right there. Lacroix just kind of sitting back and forth watching these guys. I don't know anything about PSG. Do they do this? Is this what they do?
I mean, they usually don't have much competition.
You know what? That's fair enough.
PSG basically does the equivalent of showing up to a NASCAR race with a V12.
Alvarez
with a great move to the outside.
I think Latanya
Gray coming out of pit lane with rear damage. That might be the other half of the puzzle.
That might be what happened to the 40. Alvarez could not get the lead from Townsend, and now Williams will try to take second from Alvarez.
Momentarily cleared him, but 24 is going to have the inside.
Alvarez did lead at the line, so that will count as a bonus point. Remember, it is 1 point for leading a lap, and it's 2 more for leading the most laps.
There's also a lot of dust in this area. But someone ran off.
Probably. If I had to guess, they probably the 40 ran into the 81 somewhere around here.
Dust.
Williams actually will get by Alvarez.
Boy, yeah. Before NASCAR 1 and 2. 14 making their trying to pass Tajima again.
This has been actually a lot more exciting than I thought it would be.
The 75 into the gravel, or the grass there.
Yeah. There's not a lot of gravel here. I mean, there's like, you have tire
It's a bit-
barriers, you have safer
Yeah.
barriers if you really hit the wall, and that's kind of it. I mean, I guess if you go over the backstretch catch fence right here, there's a lake.
Yeah,
That'll
there's
probably
a-
slow you down. I don't reckon cars and water mix particularly well together. Might see Boyd go for a move on Wilson here.
So the NASCAR chicane. We've seen multiple times what happens. This Ford does run over a bit, but is it gonna be? Is it gonna?
Yeah, you
run
gotta
over
be
the,
real
the
careful.
23.
You gotta be real careful going over those turtles, just because they can cause problems. For lack of a better word.
24's got a whole gaggle of cars behind him now.
Yeah, and
Was looking pretty racy here.
Adam Townsend in the 29 for the Mars Racing team. That would be, I think, Darian's car.
One of Darian's cars, yeah.
That's one of Darian's cars. Yeah, the 40's retired from the race, retired with a camshaft issue. I'm guessing he probably ran into the 81. Either he ran into the 81 or it was the 8 that ran into the 81. I'll have to check that.
Yeah.
And his pit stop time was literally 0 seconds, so he just gave up. It wasn't even worth trying to repair. I guess that's fair enough.
JT Boyd looking around, trying to pass the 32 again.
He was trying to get by the 32 through the front chicane, but just couldn't pull it off. Tajima in 5th, kind of stalking Lacroix here.
Yeah, Lacroix held 4th steady for a while now, but to be fair, that's because there was about a 4-second buffer for most of this time.
Here comes
JT
Boyd
looks
for
to the
7th.
inside.
The inside, usually entering the bus stop, is a little bit stronger than the line Wilson took. See, they're still going to maintain side by side. I think Boyd's going to take it though. Yeah, he is. So Boyd moves up to 7th, driving the fast track car. Might see Tajima try to make a
looking
move.
around. Maybe he used a bumper instead.
Jump to the outside. She's going to have the spot at the line, but the problem is
Maintaining it out of turn 1.
the outside just is not the line you want to take, especially in turn 1 here.
You could always try rallying it straight through the grass, but I don't think that'll help either.
No, I don't think it will, and yeah, she has to let off. Williams caught right back up to Townsend. Yeah, Tajima's probably... Well, we'll
Boyd
see.
ran way wide there. That's gonna hook the 32 right back in.
Yeah, the 32, Wilson's right back in there. Hey, that's 2 cars from Mars Racing Team up here in the top 8
Top 10.
positions right now.
Up right now, yeah.
Because Townsend is the leader of the race, obviously.
Colton Wilson trying again on a Kia Tajima. He tried a few times. Hasn't been able to get it done. But this time he'll have the inside.
I think Keaton's going to get by. Basically, all my testing of this track was basically, it was either, like, the leader runs away, gets, like, a 4-second lead and just, like, kind of dominates, or, like, it's really close throughout. It's basically very similar to, I think, my Montreal INI. How that one works, where it's, like, everyone's very close. It's a little bit difficult to pass if you're, like, for the lead, but outside of that, you know, if you're stronger than second place, you run away. If you're not, then it just kind of bunches the field together.
Ooh.
Here comes
29.
Williams.
29 slipped up.
Yeah, and look at the 24. He's right there too. We might see 3 wide for the race lead. Williams led the
Maybe.
lap.
Couldn't clear the 29 though. Townsend's going to be able to stick it up the inside. And similarly, something
Whoa,
similar's going on.
Alvarez
Ooh.
ran right in the back of the 63. Got
63.
startled by his checkup there. That's going to stack them up just a little bit. It's going to let these guys catch up a little bit too.
JT Boyd now attacking Tajima.
Or he's going to try and get past Tajima.
Somebody's just been running by themselves there.
I mean, yeah, Lacroix hasn't really gained or lost anything since like the first lap. Oh, Tajima's off.
Out into the grass.
Just got the dirt,
Now let
just
Wilson
a little
back
bit.
through. Colton Wilson up to, I believe that'll be 7th. You have this top 8 breakaway, then you have the 81.
The 81, who's a lap down. So she would be in the free pass position if we were to get a caution. Then Swiss and Iwai. And then it's Buchanan, Wandayo, Tosima, Percat, and Olathe. The top 15. I think both Williams and Alvarez have something for Townsend here.
Townsend so far is just defending really well into turn 1.
Yeah.
As long as he can maintain that inside line.
As long as you have the inside
okay.
in one, it's going to be pretty hard. As long as he has the inside in one, it's going to be pretty hard to pass him.
I see him wiggling a bit out of the chicane again this time. Not as badly as last time.
No, but that might actually kind of hurt him because... Williams does go to the outside again.
Outside, though. Lacroix and
Keaton,
I believe.
That's a battle for 4th. I believe Lacroix is going to hang on to it just because he was able to hold the inside. Ooh, Williams might try. Might look for it here.
Looking around here.
Oh, he slides up a little wide. That is going to drag Alvarez right back in. Yeah. We're probably going to see pit stops in about... We're probably going to see pit stops in about 6 to 10 laps, if I had to guess.
Yeah, we are... I think by that point, 20 laps in, you'll start seeing these cars come in.
I've seen some guys... Whoa, Alvarez goes way off the track!
Wide.
And that's really gonna
let Keaton and Boyd.
That's gonna hurt Alvarez. That might end his shot at the win unless we get a caution.
Let's drop them all the way back to 6th or 5th at least, battling for 6th here.
There's Kleberzov. He's still just kind of running.
Yeah, I mean, he did come in. He did come in like at lap.
He pitted. They just took damage repair. They didn't take tires or anything. So
interesting. I guess whatever damage was at the front was needed to be addressed right then and there.
Tajima's gonna get back past Wilson for the 7th position. Someone's gonna get launched from the sausage curb in the grandstands. True.
Real. That's gonna be the finish.
Real. Townsend kind of slipped up a little bit. Here comes Williams up the outside.
There's a lead at the line.
I mean, if we get 2 cars close like this at the finish, just imagine that.
Yeah, that's gonna be the main threat for anybody leading out of the NASCAR chicane is you have to protect the outside line at the finish.
Yeah, just because...
You won't get that chance to defend into 1.
There's Alvarez trying to slide by Boyd on the outside in the horseshoe here. I don't think he's going to be able to do that. No, Boyd's going to stay clear. So Alvarez dropped from 3rd to 6th on this last lap after going well wide through the West Horseshoe here. Pretty much that's the main thing you got to worry about in some of these areas is don't go wide. Don't go into the grass. Especially don't go as far as the 24 went into the grass because that's going to be... that cost him 3 positions right there. And track position is still really important. Like, you can make passes. You can make up track position, but... you still really want to have track position. You still really want to have track position. You don't want to lose it by doing stupid things.
Yeah, you don't want to give away your track position for free like that.
12,
that's not ideal.
The 12 car just pitted. That would be Alex Diadon. He took tires.
Should be able to make it.
He took right sides and damage repair, so he took a little bit of a longer stop. But I guess they're gonna kind of hope that they can maybe undercut it on
Yeah,
tires.
turns.
Once again, here comes Williams. What are my
That
thoughts on
time I
the
think.
roof numbers? That's definitely a roof
Oh,
number.
that was almost dead even.
It was 2/1000 of a second at the line. Lacroix's gonna hold off Keaton. Oh, I don't know. Maybe not. Keaton
Oh, yeah.
might try and go around on the outside here. It'll depend on how wide the 14 goes here.
He keeps it well wide. There is that nice bit of paved area there.
If you're
That really
looking,
helps out of this horseshoe.
yeah,
Whereas in the West horseshoe can't do that.
Keaton actually is gonna get clear. Yeah.
Up to third.
Let's take a look at our Dex Imaging Dick Ball race update. Dick Ball currently sitting in the 22nd position right now, just ahead of Kansas City, right behind this battle between Casey Johnson and Indiana. I don't think I've seen the 69 really involved in particularly very much, so
He's been minding his own business, I think.
pretty much. I mean, that's what you gotta do. I think the 7 might have gone
Well,
wide
under
out of the
attack
corner
Kojima now.
because
Yeah, no, must have ran wide because
he
lost
dropped back a bunch of
34
spots.
positions.
Yeah, he was not near the 19 before.
70 has also passed the 81, is now in this mix.
Yeah.
Now we have a 9-car pack at the front.
The Minnesotan Caden Williams against I don't know where Townsend is from. I just know he's American. Literally it's an all-American top 3. So if you're one of them true American patriots, you're having a great day. But it's Anton Alvarez, the Argentinian, in 4th. And Williams does jump to the outside once again. As much as I don't really think that's going to be a particularly great move for the pass for the win, or for the pass for the lead, it could work for when we're coming to the checkered flag.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be the main fear for the 29, or whoever ends up leading at the closing stages of the race.
Yeah, if they're close enough and they get that run out of the chicane. Oh, Williams is going to go wide,
Williams
though.
ran wide.
That's going to hurt him. But I think he's going to maintain second.
Yeah, the 14 shouldn't be able to get there in time here.
Yeah, the 14's going to be on his outside, but I don't think he's going to have enough momentum. Make it an All-American top 4? No thanks. I mean, there are plenty of international drivers in the top 10 right now. Argentinia's Anton Alvarez in the 24. There's the United Kingdom's Jackson Schwiss running 9th. Japan's Akiya Tajima right in 10th right now. Sorry, that is 9th, actually. The 7's really slipped back. Lacroix still 10th, but I don't know for how long.
When it comes to 96. 96 has just been in 10th basically the entire time.
Yeah, pretty much. Trying to get around the 7 here.
81's in the way, though.
The 81's not going to help, no.
We're side by side between the 59
Oh,
and the
Buchanan
39.
turns!
39's been spun around,
Tosima!
and the 59's gone sideways.
Oh, they're spinning! Big Rick! We got upside down!
17 is on his side!
Misty Winter! Big crash! Out of the
Still
chicane!
They're still going.
The 67. Oh, the 42 just spun.
42
Jason
spun
K.
around. Oh, all sorts of mayhem. Everyone's lost grip. 69 is in. A couple cars have come in for tires, too.
I believe the 67 did not make it. And Casey Keaton passed Caden Williams. I think that probably would fit the definition of a yellow. The 67 did stop on the track. So yeah, race control has called the caution flag. They'll be racing back to the line, and so the dream of green flag pit stops is dead.
Oh, this is gonna shake things up. A few cars have come in.
Yeah, those are the
A few
cars that were involved in that incident there.
Yeah.
So they'll race it back to the caution flag. This track is pretty chaotic in terms of restarts. I've done a couple of races with restart tests, and I've seen guys go from like 10th to 1st on a restart.
Oh, wait, there's the 12 in front of the 14?
What now?
In front of the 14, is that 12? I thought I saw a green car. Oh no, that's just the 29.
That's the
okay.
leader.
Okay, never mind. I forgot the 14 jumped a few cars. I was like, that's not the 60. I was like, it's not the 63. Oh right, and then I remember the 63 lost a few spots.
They ouched. That one might have hurt.
I guess the 17 was on their side. The 67 is out for accident.
I believe the 17 is still technically racing back to the caution?
Might.
The 81 car of LaTanya Gray should be the free pass for being the first car one lap down at the time of the yellow. Yeah, the 17, I don't think it's going to get their lap back. And the 17 is going to line up like right in between pretty much all of the top 10 here, so they might be waved around anyways when we get one to go. So yes, LaTanya Gray will be the free pass car.
'98, just rolling through the field here.
I think the 98 is coming out of pit road.
Probably, yeah. 81 is... I don't think you want to go to the outside to make your wave around. Or maybe not. Now that everyone's made their way to the bottom.
Everyone's going to move out of the way here, yeah. So the 11 Kyle Bell is done. Indiana is out in the 67. We're going to take a look at what happened there, and then we'll be back for the restart. And I will update on what happens through pit stops. We need expert analysis on this. So it's Nathan Buchanan and Arenia Tosima. They were fighting for 13th, I believe, or 12th, I think.
Yeah, really good run by the 59 into the chicane, but he completely messes that lineup.
He took the tires.
And you have two cars blocking the way.
And then then,
I'm not sure how I describe that. I think everybody missed the chicane.
I think the panic lines might be... What? Oh, the 94! Where was my blood going?
Loses the brakes or something.
He just forgot to brake. Okay.
Forgets to brake, runs over 3 cars, and just pops into pit lane. Oh, the 67 was already had something else going on before this too. I think this was it.
Yeah, the 67 stopped, and that's what brought out the caution.
See what happened.
Something, I think the 67, ow.
That's what happened to the 11 as well. There's the 95. The 42 just completely misses the corner as well.
He just bent it. Like the 42 just bent it.
So
Oh, the
did
10. The 10 did the same thing.
That's the second time I think the 10 has completely missed that chicane by himself. I think he just came in too hot here. He tried to turn it in and hits the curb and just...
I like how Jason K just spins and just goes through. He
goes
through the pit entry. The 67 got landed on by Dick Ball.
Wait. Oh dear.
He did!
Holy shit! Yeah, Dick Ball caught some pretty big air. There's the damage the 98 got.
We need to go on board with Dick Ball through this accident.
There's the 94 completely missing the corner, and there's the minor suspension issues occurring on the 69. And on top of that, he turns the 17 over.
We need to analyze this. Boing.
That, I think might have, yeah, that's probably where most of the damage came from.
Probably.
Kyle Bell gets into similar trouble with the inside curb. The 98 then runs into the 11, and there's just a complete track blocker now.
Yeah, basically.
There's Jason K completely missing the corner, and so does one of the Martinez cars.
Is that the GOAT?
And there goes Joshua Lyons.
Hello everyone, welcome back. As you can see, a few cars have stayed out on this pit cycle. Alex the Adon is now the leader. Takamoto Aya, Club Resolvi, and Kansas City stayed out. Dick Ball also stayed out in the 96 car, but he didn't cycle to the front of the field quick enough, so...
Someone on the inside.
There's
still someone trying to find their spot in line.
That is DeLuca and Davenport.
DeLuca and Davenport, yeah. What's going on there?
Let's just pretend it's not happening. Townsend, Keaton, Alvarez, Wilson, Schwiss, and Williams round out the rest of the top 10 as we're going to go back to green. The pace car will pull off this time. And we'll see if these four cars that pitted earlier, that have a little bit less fresh tires, will have anything for these guys. Green flag.
He's going to jump to the outside.
Aya went to the outside. Here comes Rezavi. Here comes the
29.
Townsend. Watch this move. The 29's gonna pull. He's gonna take it 3 wide. Oh, Keaton got the wall.
At the wall. Club Rezavi might take the lead here.
Rezavi's gonna hold it for a little bit.
We'll see what he could do.
But he's still got that damage.
And everyone else behind. Because if the 29 can clear the 8 here, they're gonna have a lot. You're gonna have a lot of
The 8's still fighting back. Clever Zavi doing a great job. Hanging on.
With major damage to the left side, but that's not hurting him too much right now.
Yeah, he's finally gonna get past here.
Oop, dude, John ran wide there.
That might have been the goated move of the race for Townsend. Took it 3 wide, pretty much took the lead. It probably would have taken the lead like instantly if Rezavi didn't fight him for so long. Those cars that stayed out.
A good fight on these older tires.
Yeah. Flipping the dirt a little bit.
Rezavi had a lot of damage, so I think any position will do for him. If he can hang on, and if he can make it on field, this would be a really good race for him.
Check out the back of the field. Yeah, the 4 of JT Boyd has some really major damage, I think.
Oops, side by side. Watch out for the sausage.
Here comes Rezavi up the outside, gonna try and fight back. I think he's gonna get the lap lead.
He's gonna lead the lap. 14 gonna try to push him to the outside here, but I think the 29 with those newer tires should be able to clear pretty easily. And he does.
Yes, he does.
Ooh, 32 with a
the 14
nice
the 14 really wants this second spot. Keaton's gonna take it. Look at Jackson Schwiss up to 5th.
Good recovery after a pretty bad start to the race. Up to 5th position now.
Sadly, Dick Ball is dropping back. He's in 12th spot now.
Dick Ball's a little bit bent.
Makes sense for his name. The 36 and the 53, I believe. So Zoe Moore and Rocky DeLuca, I believe, both had penalties.
More damage, I think.
I believe they both had penalties. I think it's obvious why the 53 had a penalty. He wasn't even lined up.
Yeah.
Dick has been smashed. CBT. Oh my god. I would read that out, but I want to keep this semi-family friendly.
Kansas City doing a good job as well. I think he's had the cleanest restart out of everyone.
Kansas
We
City
we
has
stayed
done
on
the
those older
most.
tires.
Kansas City has done the most nothing in this race, and is like probably could get a top 10 out of it. It's been pretty much all Adam Townsend though since about lap 10-ish.
Yeah. We'll see what Keaton can do.
We'll see if Keaton can do anything. We'll see
up a
if
challenge.
somebody like
Risk
Alvarez
on the
can pull up
inside.
anything.
Bump, but that's actually gonna help him a little bit, I think.
Yeah, he will probably make that move in one.
24 gonna close the door. He's not gonna be able to. Here comes Schwiss for 1, 2, 3, 4th.
Fourth spot, yeah. Clever Zavi's doing a good job. I think we've said that like 3 times now, but still. Zavi's doing a pretty good job just kind of hanging on in that damaged car.
Yep.
Again, track position is important. Even if you have a car that's a little bit off pace, you can still hang on.
Yeah, you can see that those 2 other cars, the 12 and the 71, are still right there in the top 10.
The 14
So
got
is the
walloped with
51.
a hammer
Oh,
too.
4.
Yeah, he did run into the wall there. Oh, Schwiss. Wow, I'm kind of surprised that
wide,
he didn't go wide.
Okay. Kept it off the grass. That's the important part.
Someone is in the grass though. That's the 59 of Nathan Buchanan.
9, Buchanan. Someone else is in the grass. I think that's 23. See this battle between the 18 there. Still all Adam Townsend up front.
Yeah, but I don't know how long he'll be up there. I think he's probably secured that bonus for most off sled, but we'll have to. We'll see.
Yeah. Not the side by side in the midfield there into the chicane.
Yeah. Buchanan and Tajima fighting. That's for 15th position right there. Not there's someone we haven't said a lot all day about Jaquan the Breakfast.
Oh no, Breakfast at the 21.
He's hanging pretty solidly in the top 20.
Yeah. Zavi defending 3rd now.
Zavi is trying to defend
but
3rd.
Schwiss with
literally got such a good run that he was able to clear and drop to the inside.
Yeah, that's the newer tires right there. That's what it can do. You're gonna you just get so much better grip off of the corner. You just pull away.
And he didn't get. He couldn't.
Really messed up turn 1 there. That's gonna drag Rozavi back in.
Rozavi's gonna get the spot back, and that might let Alvarez get 3rd here, or 4th. Excuse me.
Wilson. Swiss really made a hash of it of turn 1. And what looked like 3rd is now turned into 5th for the 70.
Yeah, it could be 6th with Colton Wilson there. Oh, never mind. Swiss went way wide. Williams went even wider.
Trying to challenge Anton Alvarez for the best rallying award.
How is a literal parachute in 3rd? Bro activated his safety net.
There's quite a few damaged cars running up front. I don't think the damage is really hurting anybody. Dick Ball is still hanging on.
Yeah, I think the only car it's really hurt is the 4. Like,
Yeah.
he seems pretty
I think
slow.
I think the 4 is a little bit more than regular damage.
I think he has I think he has engine damage or something. It's probably going to come down to these 2. Townsend and Keaton.
That's assuming Keaton doesn't wipe out the 29.
That's possible. Big run for the 14.
Here we go. 14's gonna clearly lead, but I don't think he'll be able to clear him into 1.
No, I don't think so.
But again, it shows
Alvarez
that
went to the
Alvarez will
outside.
clear. But again, Rozavi's gonna hold the inside just about.
Yeah, now Schwiss is going to try to take 4th.
Stays in 3rd. That 8 car might be the hardest car to pass in this entire series.
Yep, Club Zavi is now Ryan Newman. There's 6 laps to go. Rosavi knows. I don't think. I think Rosavi knows he's not going to win, but I think what he does know is if he can hang on to a position here after the day he's had, that's going to feel like a win. Still,
wide.
3 of those cars that stayed out, still up at the front here. Diodon,
Yep.
Kansas City, and of course Kleber Zalvi.
Still in the top 10. I think the 51 and the 69 aren't too far back either.
Yeah, Wilson's
Yeah,
fighting
Wilson now
with
making a
Diodon.
move.
He's trying to get 6th. Now, like these these tires are just going to help you corner so much better.
Yeah, you can see Swiss flows up quite a bit on the 8. I think it's just a matter of timing for the 70 and the 24 to get past the 8.
Well, they got to time it to where they get to the 8's inside, I would say.
Yeah. Kind of use the better tires to your advantage as the 8's moving around here.
Here comes the 70
He'll
to
get
the inside in the chicane here.
Keep it off the curbs. He should be okay.
No,
does
he
not keep
doesn't!
it off the curbs.
He spun around.
What?
Schwiss
No,
has
he's
spun
not
around. He
completely
might
on
back
now.
up into the field. He's gonna
Ooh,
keep it.
he's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
keep it straight.
He's fine.
14 jumped to the
Yeah, another battle for
outside.
the lead. 14 had the lead still at the line there. A little bit more. 14 is pushing it. 14 is pushing
And now the
issue more and
24 of
more.
Alvarez is gonna get by Rosavi,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
that.
think the 8 tires have gone now.
Yeah, they're definitely gone now. There's a 96 Mikoto Iwai. Just remember that this car didn't turn a single lap in the 1 hour long practice session that was run about 5 hours ago.
Yeah, they didn't turn a single lap and still qualified almost in the top half of the field, and now is running near the top 5 almost.
Yeah, pretty much. Running 6th right now after the overtakes there. Although I don't know for how long,
Running a bit wide.
because she just
Up the
ran a
grass.
bit wide.
Brazavi and Kansas City side by side.
Yep, that's a sentence I just heard. See, now Alvarez about 3 seconds back. He's going to need to do some serious work to try and catch up to the 29 and the 14.
Actually, who was the fastest lap right now?
It's still Boyd,
Oh, Boyd. Okay.
but of the cars that actually have a chance, it would be Wilson
Wilson, yeah.
in the 32 car. So Mars Racing Team, pretty solid debut in this series.
Maybe. Yep. Get at least 2 cars finishing here.
In the
Both
top
are
5.
Looking like a top 5.
Oh, here we go. The 14's gonna. Oh, I thought he was gonna
Which
dive
way does
it.
he go?
I thought he was gonna dive it to the inside in the chicane. Woo! Alvarez and Wilson made
Alvarez.
contact. I think
Ooh.
Wilson
Might have given him just a little shove there.
just gave him a tap on the rear bumper on corner exit.
Townsend doing basically everything he can.
Doing everything he can to hold Keaton off right now.
So is Alvarez with
Yeah.
regards to Wilson.
Alvarez did gain time on those two.
Yeah, just 3 seconds back here.
He was about 3.3 back. He's now
might
up
be
to
able
just
to catch
3.
them, but to pass them is probably a different
I
story
don't.
here.
Yeah, I don't know if he's gonna pass them. I don't know if he's gonna catch them because we've only
Barring
got
an
4 to
error from these
go.
two.
He's gonna need to gain about a second, or he's gonna need to gain about a second a lap, and that's gonna be really difficult. It's not impossible. I mean, with how long this track is, a second a lap isn't as daunting as it sounds. But
Knocking on the door of 2-minute laps here, so not entirely impossible. But given these 3 are on the same strategy, it would be pretty difficult, I think.
battle for 10th right now between the 63 of Caden Williams and the 9 of Amani Wandayo. ERR had a good practice session. All 3 cars in the top 10. And then the 99 was the only one that qualified towards the front. And then both the 99 and the 39 have been involved in a couple of incidents in the final chicane. Wandayo actually got clear of Williams. Crazy run that the 9 car got. See Dick Ball fighting with...
Buchanan.
And Nathan Buchanan, yeah. Takamoto Aya in the top 10 now. Another one of those cars that stayed out. terrorist v terrorist. True.
Real.
Again, Keaton's hanging with the 29, but wasn't able to get as good of a momentum boost out of the final chicane there. Townsend did go a bit wide.
A bit wide here. 24 didn't make up that much ground this time.
No, he still
Only a
gained a
couple of
tenth, but
tenths.
that's just not going to cut it with how few laps to go we have.
Bit of commotion here. You can see the 92.58. That's two teammates.
Yeah, that's the Martinez
Alongside the
Racing
97
cars.
and 55.
You know, it's really easy to tell it's really easy to tell which cars are the Martinez Racing cars, because they're the only ones that have a different number placement than like literally the entire rest of the field.
They'll look completely different from everyone else.
Whoa, someone's gone way off-roading.
Really going
that is
rallying.
Bingleton. And Gray wanted to go with him. Yeah, Lacroix's also got some pretty decent damage.
Decent damage. Yeah, that race has gone completely downhill since the caution.
Sounds about right for PSG.
This is true. We've hit the knockout stages of the Champions League stage.
It is fitting that Casey Keaton has Casey's as his sponsor. He'll need to do some work to try and pull off the victory here. Look at this. He's not that was a pretty good run.
I think his best chance might be to outdrag the 29 into the finish line. He can't get past the 29, then just outdrag him out of the final chicane.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I have to agree.
Wilson battling it out.
Wilson, I think,
Wilson will
crossed
get the
him
inside.
over. Yeah, Wilson's got the inside, so the 32's up to third now. 2.6 seconds
Very
now.
good run for Mars Racing.
And
Might be a
Hawaii is going to
1-3.
try to pass Diodon.
Yeah, Hawaii having a very, very good run here.
I believe the 51 just came to pit road. I don't think she had enough fuel. I think Aya
This
didn't.
might pose some concern. The 51 came in around the same time as the 8.
Yeah.
I think Dudon should be okay, but the 8 might be in a bit more trouble here.
I don't know Aya's pronouns. I'm sorry. Is there a potential Dex Imaging Dick Ball or in-race update? There, in fact, is. Their Dex Imaging Dick Ball race update. He's currently battling the 55, Naomi Davenport. That would be for the 18th position. Okay, thank you, Anthony. Again, I think Keaton's gonna have to try to outdrag the 29 to the finish line.
Okay, I think he just needs to time his run right here. He doesn't want to get too close this time around.
On the plus,
He might want to have a practice run at it. Ooh, bit of contact.
he touched a little bit. White flag this time. They're gonna be side by side. One to go. 14 would have had it if this race was a lap shorter, but here we go. White flag. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Credit One Bank.
And more time around for the 14 and 29. Which one of these drivers will prevail?
Wow,
in
the
inaugural?
32 gained like a second that lap.
Yeah, the 32 is really quick. I think the 32 would probably be in this mix if he had like 2 or 3 more laps. Or if the 29 and 14 wipe each other out.
That could also happen. The 96 Mikoto Iwai just moved up to 4th past Alvarez.
Great run continuing for the 96. The 8's fallen out of the top 10.
Oh, Keaton.
Might have had to come in. Ooh, Keaton ran a bit wide.
Bit wide. He's going to be good, though, I think. He's got to make sure he stays close enough to the 29.
The 29, yeah.
Technically, because the 14 led the last lap, it would count as a last lap pass if the 29 were to win.
Technically, yeah.
It would be
I mean, he did make the overtake into one.
It would be the lamest last lap pass ever, but 14 is there, and the 32 is there as well. Look at that.
Yeah, 32 is really close.
What kind of momentum can the 14 get?
Needs a little bit more, I think. Trying to follow the 29's draft. Here we go. Final chicane.
Final time through the chicane. Here comes Keaton. Is he gonna have enough? No, he is not. It's gonna be Adam Townsend who wins the NEES opener at the Daytona Road Course.
Cannon will round out the top 10. There's Dick Ball. There's Dick Ball.
He finished.
So good recovery.
He finished
for
18th.
42.
Still waiting on some of these guys to come across the line here.
There they are. 36.51. Few more.
The 8 and 95. Oh, the 95 apparently blew up, and I think the 8
blew up.
I think the 8.
The 8 had to come in.
The 8, yeah, the 8 ran out of fuel, I think. So Rosavi just could not hang on long enough.
Just missing the 4 here. 94, 98.
The 95 just crossed the line right now.
Oh, that must have been a pit lane then.
We're still waiting on the 8, yeah.
There's the 95. There's the 94. Where is the 4? There's the 4. And there's the 98. I think that should be everyone.
The 8 actually, I think, just straight up did not finish.
I think the Arc did.
Yep, he thought the race ended a lap early. Well, that was definitely a race of all time.
Yeah, that was a result.
So Adam Townsend is your race winner.
Yep, that'll be a 1-3 for Mars Racing Team.
A 1-3-38. What a goated team.
Great result.
What a great run. Arrest Jason K.
Jason K was like 40th the entire race.
And he finished 20th.
He finished 20th because of the absolute mess that was the restart.
So it is Adam Townsend who takes the victory. Casey Keaton finished second. Technically a last lap pass, although...
I mean, turn 1 technically counts.
Yeah. Colton Wilson, Mikota Iwai, and Anton Alvarez rounded out the top 5 of this race. We'll be back next week. Next week? I don't know. I was planning on running the next race on like Monday or something.
And I believe that'll be at Phoenix. So that'll be our first oval race.
Yeah, that will be at Phoenix, the first oval race of the season for the Intel Technologies 300. Again, we run standardized race lengths here, so 100 miles on the road courses and 150 on the ovals, which means Phoenix is probably going to be a bit long. It's going to be about the length of the 2301 Cup race, actually. So yeah, we hope you enjoyed the show for the WeatherTech Grand Prix of Florida. Adam Townsend is your winner. I will be showing the points on screen, probably like whenever I edit this video, my fault. Some interesting strategy as well. Hey, Nathan Buchanan, after being a terrorist, got a top 10. I almost called it a win. I don't think he won.
You saw Kansas City do basically nothing and show up.
Kansas City does nothing and finish 7th.
Which, to be fair, is basically the opposite of what Kansas City usually does.
Yeah, usually he does everything and then he explodes and dies tremendously. What? Klebrazavi just crossed the line.
Coming out! Oh, code then. Why is he? Okay then. Oh, 0.03 second stop. Okay. Bro wants to finish the race.
Oh, I think he might have actually just straight up ran out of fuel
Yeah, he probably...
on the track.
He must have been towed then.
Alright, well,